Okay, one more quick video. Why is a cheap hearing aid, proper hearing aid, better than an expensive over-the-counter hearing aid that you can get at Costco or something, right? To my friends in America. I'll tell you why. Because the OTCs, that's what they call over-the-counter hearing aids that you can get in the store, right? Your audiologist, that it's probably not your audiologist because you didn't go to any yet, but any audiologist, they cannot adjust the hearing aid because they can't connect it to the software in the computer. OTCs only have an app where you can use to adjust a little bit. If you watched my previous video about relay measurement, then you will know that in some frequencies you don't actually get the amplification that you need. You get too little or too much. Now the problem is, hold on, where do I draw now? Huh? If, right, you have 3 sliders in your equalizer, right? And but let's say here in the middle, 0, right? That would be optimal hearing, optimal sound quality. You want to be here. You would hope, okay, I'm gonna put this in. My sound will be balanced. I get perfect amount of low frequencies, low, medium, and highs, right? And then I'm just gonna have great speech understanding, great music, everything cool. Yeah, but that's not what happens, right? We get resonances. So what could happen is that maybe you get too much actually of low frequencies. Then you get too, I don't know, a little bit too, oh yeah, here we go. Too little of this, some middle frequencies, but then also too much of some middle frequencies, because that's actually barely middle, because around here it might be 3000 hertz, remember? And then goes down again, and then you get what, I don't know, freaking this. Point is, what do you do with this now? What do you do with this? When you only have, so your slider would affect this whole region. You're thinking, oh damn, it sounds too tinny because this is too much. So what do? You reduce the amplification in the, like, if at all you would get to the point where you realize, oh, I gotta reduce my middle frequencies because it's too loud, right? Have fun figuring that out first. But anyway, maybe you do, and then what's gonna happen is, you get this, sure, and then it goes lower here, and then you just have this freaking thing down there. It's gonna keep going here. So now some frequencies are even more quiet, right? While this other one is, well, less painful now, of course, great, but still, this is not great. This is not good. This is not good sound quality, right? What you could be doing instead is get the cheapest hearing aid any provider, modern hearing aid, they have to offer. Why? Because first of all, the cheapest ones now are pretty much the high-end devices of 6 or 7, maybe 8 years ago. Imagine that. 8 years ago, they would have charged you 7, 8, 9,000 for a hearing aid that today is worth maybe 1,000, maybe, right? But this hearing aid probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably more. At least has at least 6 such sliders. So if you have this thing here, something like this, I don't know what, right? Then you can at least, you see this is too little. You the hearing aid acoustician can measure everything. They see, okay, well, something's lacking here, let's amplify this. So you end up over here. This is actually fine, okay? This is too much here, maybe. You reduce this, right? Point is, you have much more control over the frequencies that decide, how well you understand speech and how good everything sounds. This stuff, that in equalizers usually only has 3, in some devices more, but in OTCs usually not, right? OTC hearing aids, because it's meant for who? Usually older people that aren't so damn technical that they can figure out like 20 equalizers, you know. I mean, in America it's a little bit different because got a lot of, what's it called, veterans that need those as well. They're younger usually. But anyway, that's that. Better get the cheapest possible real hearing aid these days, right? Than think, oh yeah, no, this is like all like, I don't know, getting ripped off or whatever. You may be right, you know. But also go back 2 videos now, and get the right acoustician and get the cheapest thing you can find. Much better than say, forget about this whole acoustic industry. Audiologists, everyone's gonna rip me off. Not everybody. It's never everybody, right? And just get an OTC. Freaking screw OTCs, man. Right? If you insist, just get AirPods with that damn function. Right? Is even cheaper instead of getting an OTC for $800-900. Why? Just get a proper hearing aid, man. When you have a hearing deficit, get a hearing aid. Simple as that. If you don't see properly, you get glasses. You don't. Oh yeah, there's glasses now. Anyway.